Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into
Among the
it.
many technical devices that help to improve the efficiency of the car, an important role can play an ordinary thermal tape for the muffler. It turns out that with its help you can significantly increase the power of the engine. What is thermal tape for the muffler? It appeared in common use thanks to the construction sphere. In it, and then in other branches, dense asbestos fabric with colossal heat-resistant characteristics was widely used. So, it could easily withstand temperatures up to 1,500 degrees Celsius. Such fabric has received wide distribution. However, then process of its use began to slow down noticeably and has fallen to a minimum because of its unambiguous harmfulness for the person and environment. At present, it is hardly used by developed countries for direct economic purposes. However, practice has suddenly proved a new quality of such a heat-resistant material. It can make, in particular, an excellent thermal tape for the exhaust manifold. However, it is produced in a different way, using different silicon compositions, e.g., silica yarns, the original LR technology, and other modern know-how. Despite the fundamentally different technological approach to their manufacture, they have the same excellent thermal properties and reliability. Ordinary thermal tape, which is used nowadays in automotive industry on a large scale, is a strip of about 5 centimeters wide of thick black color similar to graphite. Why do you need to wrap it around? Those skeptics who doubt the ability of such thermal tape to increase the power of the engine by several horsepower should be given some of the most common arguments as to what other significant benefits give thermal tape for the muffler for what it may be needed. Such thermal tape helps to remove the ringing, sometimes rattling sound in the muffler when exhausting, which is quite often observed in practice. Amortization is similar to putting a rubber pad at the bottom of a metal dish. Now when you throw a nut there, the sound will be absorbed. Thermal tape helps to reduce the temperature under the hood of the engine, which helps to extend the life of many parts. Primarily made of plastic, as well as the car battery, the main advantage of thermal tape is the increase in engine power. It can be simply explained with the help of physical laws. The fact is that the exhaust system by its structure contributes to the breaking of exhaust gases. Therefore, the faster they are discharged, the easier it is for the engine to work, so that it does not spend additional considerable efforts on their pushing through the muffler pipe. Once exhausted, the gases enter the cold pipe of the exhaust manifold, immediately cooling down and compressing, thereby reducing the speed of their exit. Thermal tape on the muffler does not let them cool down quickly, i.e., it becomes a constant helper of the engine. Due to the fact that he does not have to spend unnecessary effort to run them, the efficiency of engine power increases, and this is the main argument in favor of why you need thermal tape. Read also, how to choose wheel rims, advantages and disadvantages of different types, how to properly wrap with your own hands. Specialists recommend taking for wrapping high-quality thermal tape from well-known manufacturers, which has proven itself in practice. The tape width of about 50 millimeters is considered an optimal option, as it will be, first, most convenient to wind, and secondly, it will thoroughly cover the muffler body. Beforehand, the manifold should be thoroughly treated. For this purpose, a heat-resistant anti-corrosion paint is used, which will enable the novelty to serve without fail for more than 1 year. Before winding the thermal tape itself, it should be thoroughly soaked by immersing it in ordinary water for several hours. As it is proved in practice, this will help it to fix itself much more securely on the pipe and not walk on it. Next begins the familiar process of winding coils, while trying to keep an even and the same step of winding. It is worth noting that after every few turns it is desirable to fix them with metal clamps. The same fixation is recommended to do after the completion of winding. Two options are practiced: wrapping the entire muffler with thermal tape, which is done less often, or only the exhaust manifold. Advantages and disadvantages of treatment. It should be understood that if this method gave only one pluses without any risks, designers would have put it on the conveyor version of car manufacturing long ago. Since this is not the case, it is necessary to directly note certain minuses of the innovation. The main one is that it can carry some problems for the exhaust system of the car. Since after wrapping the pressure will cease to be one way, only towards the muffler, the exhaust valves may be under a certain influence of gases, which increases the probability of their burning and premature failure. In addition, the thermal tape can become a source for the accumulation of moisture, salt, dirt, and other foreign mixtures that are unsafe for the metal, and this is a reason for the beginning of unwanted corrosion on its surface. The third point is financial. We are talking about a considerable price of good quality thermal tape, which sometimes reaches several thousand rubles for 10 linear meters of tape. Read also, causes of brake pedal runout and ways to eliminate the problem. Therefore, before you start wrapping, you should carefully weigh all the pros and cons, assess whether it will be of tangible benefit or not. Experienced drivers are well aware that the increase in power by 10% or more, as you sometimes hear, cannot be based on the elementary physical laws. At best, it will amount to 3 to 4%. In conclusion, winding thermal tape correctly is essential for ensuring optimal performance and longevity of your devices. By following the proper techniques, you can enhance heat transfer efficiency and prevent potential damage caused by improper installation. Remember, taking the time to do it right not only improves functionality, but also extends the life of your equipment. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this guide helpful in mastering the art of thermal tape application.